Last time on Pantheon City.
Andromeda, you recognize your father underneath the mask. You manage to work open the hidden compartment, and a small metal shrapnel shard falls out into your hand. It's part of the Harp of Kronos. They're trying to reconstruct it for some reason. I don't know. You find yourself falling forward onto your hands and knees, and your body becomes that of a cat. Well, this is inconvenient. Hello everybody, welcome back to Pantheon City. I'm your host and Dungeon Master Joan, once again, joined by our Fearsome Five. Say hello, Fearsome Five.
Hello,
Fearsome.
Hello.
Five.
We are continuing exactly from where our story left off. When we last left off, we were in the Pantheon City Esports Arena, where after a tussle for the trophy, the players found a shard of the Harp of Kronos hidden within it. Strangely, though, the deal that Gazu made back with Kronos in the underworld has transformed him into a cat.
So we just watched him transform. Like all of us saw this.
Yes, all of you saw
Okay.
this.
Did that just happen?
Crap.
Did they just... What? Hello?
What?
Erwin?
Yeah.
Erwin?
Hey, cat. Oh my.
Everything good there?
Sorry, I just lost my train of thought completely as I watched your camera face plant.
We're all good.
Excuse me. Young man here. I have an extra towel back here. Here you go.
Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, this is really unusual for me. And who you assume is Gazu takes the towel and wraps it around himself. Although it's Andromeda size, so it is like a full body towel that touches down to the ground. You can't even see his feet beneath it. So
why
Sort of
do you
it's
sound
like a
exactly
tube
like
top.
Gazu?
because that's me, I think. I'm pretty
what did
sure.
you do to your
Hi,
brother.
Gazu?
I didn't do anything, I swear.
Does Gazu have the mark on his hand, like the one on the die?
He has a 6 on his die.
Oh.
And the cat that Erwin once was now has a 1.
Can I go down
Well,
to
it looks like
Erwin and try to I want to go down to Erwin and try to pet him, be like, "Hey, Erwin, are you okay?" Try to whoa.
Ralphs!
Oh, he hisses. Jeez, dang, dude.
Well, I guess Erwin's wish came true.
Well, it looks
I
like
mean,
functionally
he-
the brothers are in the same situation as they last left off. Doesn't really seem like the deal with Kronos went really that well at all.
Well, all
Well,
that he said
he
was that
removed the
Gazu
curse.
Gazu wouldn't be a cat anymore.
This
I
is why
guess
you don't make
he-
deals with.
Careful what you
Deities.
ask for?
Well, Gazu's cursed now. Not Erwin's cursed now. Gazu, how do you feel about Erwin taking the curse for you?
Very complicated. On one hand, I'm very happy to not be a cat anymore. I've never had, fingers before. Is this what having opposable thumbs feels like? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness,
Oh, God.
I could hold a controller and do both of the analog sticks. And I wouldn't have
So-
to use one hand on each.
Do you have skills? At all?
That's
He's-
a
he's-
good question.
He's been a human for about 30 seconds. I would doubt that he's very good at anything right now.
I mean, I'm pretty
Oh.
sure I'm a gnome, actually, but yeah.
Oh,
I
excuse
mean,
me,
like-
no.
A matter of
Like,
fact,
honestly,
Gazu,
I'm
steady
surprised I'm able to
feet.
stand on 2 feet. Like,
Yeah,
this
you've
is...
been walking on all fours forever. I'm kind of concerned about Erwin. Erwin, hey, do you remember me? It's Tristan. You used to have fun bothering me, calling me
Yeah,
all the
you
time.
see his
Remember
ears.
me?
You see his ears go flat on the back of his head. He seems annoyed,
Annoying.
and like tries to like stand up and like bat at you and trips over himself trying to get his legs straight.
Well,
Wow.
this is unfortunate. Well, I guess that's what happens in the line of work as a hero. You win some, you lose some. Good luck with your life as a cat, Erwin. All right, guys, let's figure out this thing with the sharks.
Wait. I think Erwin helped us a lot, guys. I really do think we should find Erwin a happy home.
I'm
Me,
right
because I
here.
live at the park with the other animals.
I am
Yeah,
literally
dude.
his brother.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say,
you guys
doesn't Erwin
live
have
in the
parents that
house.
like actually like him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we should like. That is true. I totally forgot. People have parents.
Maybe we
I
should
don't,
tell
not everyone,
parents.
to be honest, but
I've actually had quite a career at delivering bad news to folks. How about I mean, we can all go as a group and maybe break the news together. What do you guys think?
Right. Well,
I personally think that I wouldn't be very conducive to the situation of Erwin's grieving parents, so I think I might pass.
I mean, he's not dead. It's just that they
Well,
still have
no.
one, human-esque son and
Come
one
along
cat
then.
son.
Andy starts summoning their car outside.
Is Andy's dad still there?
Yes, I'm still here, tied up, but I'm
You're
still
coming
here.
with.
Oh,
I
excellent.
mean, I didn't think I had much of a choice in that. You've still
No.
got the ropes on me, and I haven't
just
seen
wanted to
any
be sure.
police arrive yet.
I'm gonna go over to Andy and be like, "Hey, Andy, can we trust your dad? Like, I don't know him well, and she tried to attack us, but he said it was for a good cause. So, what's your vibes? What's your feeling on him?"
He seemed fine. I mean, honestly, it seemed like he was telling the truth to me. I'm not the best at that sort of stuff, but I did get. I mean, he's my dad, so I did get a pretty good read on him. But anyways, I'm pretty sure that what he's saying is the truth, and that he was trying to keep this out of the hands of the Circle of Dante.
Right. All right. Well, I'm gonna make sure that lady that was stabbed earlier is okay, and then we can head on our way. I'll go look for that person outside. I guess the emergency exit. See if I can find them.
Yeah, sure. It doesn't take you long to find her. You sort of just do a general checkup on her. She seems to be all right. Your healing magic worked wonders, and folks who aren't champions aren't particularly resilient, so there wasn't a lot to heal there in the first place. What was very impressive was that she didn't die outright.
Yeah, no, she's a
That
trooper.
was it was a very lucky blow.
But a flesh
Right.
wound, indeed.
Well,
But a flesh
let's head
wound when all
to
is said and
the let's head to the Tree Mask House and break the news.
All right, so all five of
Alright.
us. Wait, how do we? When we pick up Erwin, who's gonna hold him? He doesn't want to go with me. It doesn't seem like so. Are we gonna forcefully grab him? And
Yeah,
take him.
Gazu picks up Erwin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He'll also pick up Erwin's clothes and put them on so he doesn't have to wear a towel. They fit pretty.
they fit?
They seems like they
Yeah.
fit. Yeah, they fit perfectly. Oh wow, that's lucky. Wait a minute. That's lucky. Since when have I ever been lucky?
Well, Gazu, if you look at your hand, you'll notice that you have a 6 mark on your die, so you should pretty much be living a very lucky life now. And if you look at Erwin's you'll see that his mark is a 1, so he's probably taken all of your bad luck, and you've taken all of his. So now you're going to live a very blessed life.
And as for your brother,
I mean, that's great and all, but, like, what about my brother?
Oh, his life will be
his
atrocious,
esports
probably.
career. His esports career is probably over. Safe to say.
Well, I mean, like,
It's really hard.
I was on his team, so maybe it's not over. He's just gonna have to learn how to do it using the little tablet setup we had going.
Watch like a cat become the best esports player in the world.
just like jumping up and down on the screen.
I mean, it worked for me, so I don't see why it wouldn't work for him.
Triple
So
headshot.
as everyone's kind of walking out, Larb's gonna try and find remnants of food and stuff in the arena that was left behind post haste during whatever evacuation just occurred, and scrounge it all together and say, "All right, sorry guys, you gotta go. Here's a bunch of food." Talking to the bugs in his, mane and hair.
Oh, the bugs.
We're avoiding the cops, right? By, like, leaving.
I mean, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
leave.
Off in the
But yeah.
distance, you do hear approaching police sirens.
Oh, let's go, guys. I don't want to be arrested again.
Are you taking Pollux with you?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So you all pile into the back of Andromeda's car, which is beautifully fancy silver Maserati with the Hermes wings. You all pile yourselves in together. Make sure that Pollux, Gazu, and Erwin are all in as well. And you go rocketing off into Pantheon City. I assume that first place you're headed is Erwin's house, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's Gazu who can direct you exactly where they live, and you come to Orc Town, which is a small community of buildings. Most of them are centered in circles around a central cooking area, sort of like a big barbecue pit of sorts. You arrive. Gazi directs you to one of these homes. You open up the door, and a half-orc man answers it. Hello, can I help you today?
Good evening, Mr. Truemask, I take it.
No, but that is my son's name.
Oh, my
Well,
apologies.
we have good news and bad news.
Yes, the good news is, here is your other son, Gazu. Say hi to Gazu.
Hey, Dad. Oh, son! He reaches over and, like, pulls him into this huge bear hug. Like, this massive guy is, like, dwarfing him. You hear, like, a cracking noise as he, like, squeezes his son. Dad! A little too much! Says,
More good news
sorry.
is that your other son, Erwin, made a very selfless decision and made a deal with a Titan, and it kind of came out wrong. He was trying to free his brother from his curse, and bad news. Here's Erwin. I guess gesture to Erwin.
Yeah, you gestured to Erwin, who is, like, crumpled, having been smashed between his brother and his dad. Kind of, like, shakes himself off, and, Oh, well, that's a change? Well, I'm sure we'll do fine. We got all the necessary infrastructure in place for Gazu anyway. So we'll just have to change a few name tags around until we get this all righted.
Yeah, good luck
Glad
with
you're
that,
taking it
sir.
as well.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Joan, you said that they have like a barbecue pit in the middle of this area.
Yeah.
Are there like caged animals nearby?
No, but you do see all kinds of cooking tools placed around the area. It seems the meat is presumably kept like refrigerated. You probably do see a few areas where they're keeping like chickens and stuff.
I go to free them.
You gotta free the chickens.
100%.
Oh wait, I wouldn't suggest necessarily doing that. Like these chickens, like they've only ever known this place, you know.
Yeah.
Don't
They won't
chickens,
survive
Mr.
in the
Big
city.
Man. I
They're
can
gonna
talk
die.
to animals. I can provide them sanctuary.
I think the egg-laying
Okay,
chicken
like-
slop.
Yeah.
You're eating the unborn ones.
Larb, if they're not fertilized, they're not unborn.
So
It's just something that happens with chickens, dude. I don't know why you're so upset about this.
We love you dearly,
I
but we
feel as
are
though
kind
we
of.
are getting distracted by the politics of whether or not an egg counts as born or not. And that starts getting into talk that we don't necessarily want to have on our streams, do we? Hint, hint. So, yeah. Erwin and Gazu's family takes them back in. Obviously, this is going to take some figuring out for their family to do. But that leaves the rest of you.
All right, folks, you have a good evening. Sorry to be the bearers of bad news. We'll be going now. Here's
No,
my
it's all
business card
good.
if you need to contact us. I guess just the unfortunate reality of being a hero sometimes doesn't exactly work out the way it's pans out to be, huh?
If anybody,
You know,
named
I figured
Cronus-
something weird would come back to bite him at some point. That's that whole champion thing, you know. You go out and you do crazy stuff, and sometimes it ain't good for you, you know. That's why I turned down being a champion myself.
Oh, and Gazu, if Erwin needs us to continue looking for his dad, just have him shoot me a text. I assume he can figure out how to text with his paws at some point, and just let me know if there's anything that comes up. I'll be sure to look into it. And I think Lucian probably would have fun with handling that search as well, considering he's already an expert at searching for missing individuals.
Yeah, I think that's going to be probably necessary, especially when you consider the fact that I can't read. So,
right, you have a lot to adapt to. We'll be going now.
I have
Good luck.
Best of
opposable
luck.
thumbs. That's so weird.
It's a blessing, for sure. Best of luck.
So he and his opposable thumbs and the rest of his family head into the house, leaving you all alone in Orc Town.
Lucian looks to Tristan. Wow, you definitely handled that much, what's the word? Much more pleasant than I definitely would have.
I've had experience delivering bad news to bereaved families. It is not a pleasant task, and I try to, handle it with decorum and grace whenever possible. I think I've only been assaulted
very good.
maybe a handful of times.
Lucian, I say this from the kindest of my heart. You probably should not go into social work.
I have zero desire to do that.
Right. Well, is there anything else we need to attend to as a group here? Otherwise, I think.
Well, we need to
attend
investigate this shard. I think our lead is Hephaestus. Unless anybody has any ways of tracking magical items going about the city, then we might be able to find one of the other ones.
I can try to ask my dad. He's a
Yeah.
detective and all, so he might have resources. Yay!
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea, Lucian. I'm sure your dad would be happy to help you.
Oh, I'm sure he would.
All right.
Oh, and really quick, Joan, did Juniper's magic, was it similar to the magic of the Chronos Shard when I did identify on both of them?
Juniper's magic? No.
Juniper-
It was
Okay.
it was similar to Juniper's own magical signature. Like she'd cast
Okay.
a spell of some sort on herself.
Okay.
I also think it wouldn't be bad to, Andy, talk with your dad a bit more, glean what more information we can.
Right.
Yes, I
And,
would really like to talk. You know,
Yeah.
I do
I'd also really like to
think-
be untied.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll untie
Yeah, we
his
should probably untie you.
untie him. Yeah, let's.
You're not going to cause any more trouble, are you? If we untie you?
Lucian,
I'd say
excuse
at this
me.
point my cover is blown.
Larb is going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
Andy is going to cast Dispel Magic and say, "Everyone, I am having a conversation with my father. Please respect that."
Dispel magic, is that targeted?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to check for reasons. Anyway,
So we
So, yeah.
cancel out Larb's detect thoughts then.
cancels out
Nice.
LARP's detect thoughts.
I'm sorry, love.
Okay.
I didn't mean to overreact. Listen, we're going to have a chat, okay? Let's get home. Let's get everybody home. Let's get everybody some food. I'm going to go talk to my people. Maybe they have some information about Chrono Shards moving around. You all can talk to yours. Ask about magical items. I mean, the Circle of Dante. You could investigate more things like that. I have a sneaking suspicion that Roaring Springs is somehow involved in this, but anyways, let's head out.
No, I can confirm it's more than a sneaking suspicion. It was what I was investigating after all.
Yeah, Andy, with your consent, I would like to come with you and, talk with your dad.
We're talking
Yes.
on the ride, everybody. Come on.
Oh, that's wonderful!
Yeah, if you could just drop me
where
back
you
at
dri-
if you could just drop me back at my shop. I've been putting off dinner with my my friend Jaden for long enough. I think it's time that we had a discussion, and he's in the military, so he might have some connections that might be able to assist us in figuring out what's been going on.
Yeah.
Right.
So you all pile into the back of Andromeda's car. Where are you heading? Where are you going? Where are you driving to?
Well, I mean, first, I think we're going to go to. We'll drop off Tristan first, but I mean, look, we're going to have a conversation on the way there, so I
Right.
figured we'd do that first. Yeah.
Yeah, and the park is near my house.
Yeah.
So Larb can probably get off at the same stop as me.
Yeah, that's where we'll go first.
So, what is it that you wanted to ask Andromeda's father about, Juniper?
Oh,
I think he
Yeah,
was about to say some stuff about Roaring Springs.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Let's hear.
Right. So,
What do you have to say,
where to
Paul?
start? Well, after Andy here snuck into one of their bank's vaults and pulled a blade out of it, and then had to flee Arcadia. You know, as a father, that kind of concerned me a little bit. So I started to look into Roaring Springs and their activities, and exactly like what they were going to try and do, so I could protect my kid. You know, it's supposed to be my job as a dad to at least try. So I've been doing some digging, working with a few other fellows to try and figure out exactly what all is going on within the city. Unfortunately, I was our only undercover man, so that avenue of pursuit is gone. But it turns out that they only really have power over Arcadia itself. They don't have anyone in the city, which means that in order to pursue Andromeda, they had to outsource things. And I can imagine you can guess who they probably outsourced the work to.
Dante's Circle.
Got it in one.
Personal question. Do you know anyone by the name of Eugene? Or posing as a reporter by the name of Eugene?
Eugene. It sounds familiar. I think we had someone who went by that name as a pseudonym, at least on one occasion.
And
Can't
is
help
there
you
any
beyond
connection between Roaring Springs and Orium Industries?
Not that I found yet. As a matter of fact, the two are competing businesses. From what I can tell, they hate Orium Industries. Direct competitor and whatnot. Orium Industries seems to hate them back, though, given the fact that they are direct competitors, and Roaring Springs has a stranglehold over Arcadia.
Exactly. I still can't help but notice, though, that Siren has been at every place that we've been so far. And Rex has been there on more than one occasion as well.
Seems a tad suspicious, but...
Anyways, food for thought. Tristan, I think this is your stop.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate this. Larb, will you be getting off as well, or you're welcome to stay with everyone else?
I think I'll stay. Just in case things get weird. Don't know who's watching us, if anyone.
Yeah, I'll be sure to keep my eye out. I probably put a target on my back with all this work we've been doing for the greater good.
I think
If there's anyone I trust to scare away nasty customers,
it's you. Yeah.
Oh, me.
When you leave, I pull out a origami flower, similar to the stone I had given Erwin. It's a piece of paper sort of folded together. It kind of smells like lavender, and I hand it to you, and I say, "May you rest well in the living."
Oh, thank you, Juniper. I appreciate this. It smells like lavender. Thank you. I didn't know you did origami. I can never do anything like this with my hands. Well, they only seem to be able to suck people of their life recently. That was kind of an interesting experience. Also, what is this business about me being scary? I don't want to have the perception that I'm a
Oh, no.
person.
I don't mean that you're a scary person at all. Don't get me wrong. I just mean that you can scare off really bad customers easily. I believe in that fact for sure.
I've had thrown a couple people out of the shop before. We've had some hooligans running around in the shop.
But anyways, watch your back. We got to get going.
All right.
Watch out.
I step back, dust off my pants, adjust my jacket, and start walking home. On the way there, I'll text Jaden, just, Jaden, you good for dinner tonight? Sorry about the delays.
You get a text back that says, "Yeah, bro, I'm on. Where at?"
Bro, I put in like quotes. I am good for. How about at Louis' diner?
Yeah,
Italian joint.
Louis. Louis is great.
Yeah, I know
Love
that's
that
one of your
place.
favorites. Personally, it's not really up my alley, but I feel like I owe you a little bit of a treat considering the amount of times I've postponed on you. So let's meet there in about an hour. Can you do that?
Yeah, you got it. See you there.
Cool. I sign off Tristan at the end of the text, put my phone away, and go home to just get ready.
All right. Let's go back to the group who's in the car.
Right. I think next we are stopping at the university. So as we go, does anybody have any more questions for Pollux before I take him home and we get some?
Do you know
food
anything
and,
about all the disappearances of people?
I can't say I do for sure, but I have my suspicions.
Do you know
If I
where
had to
Virgil
guess,
is located?
If I knew that, I would have already informed the police.
What was the thing
What
that
this
you were
whole
going to
mission was
just
supposed
say?
to be out.
What was the thing that you were just about to say?
I was about to say, if I had to guess, Virgil is probably trying to kill off anyone who does know who he is.
Right.
He's an elusive man, but he's also a violent one.
Sweet. I think we're here.
Okay, that's wonderful.
You arrive at the university. You can see police cars off in the distance at the esports arena, where police tape has been drawn. You can hop out of the car to the university.
Yeah, she's probably just going to go straight home to go talk with William potentially about some stuff.
Sure. All right. You head into the university, and our group in the car is down to 3. 4 with Pollux.
Lucian, where are you headed?
You can drop me off at my house.
Okay, sounds good. I don't know your address. Could you?
Oh yeah, it's a left up ahead.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Larb just has his
Sorry, I
head out
took
the
that
window,
turn a
just
little
like,
fast.
Just a bit.
Who taught you to drive?
I taught me to drive.
That explains so much. We're going to have a talk later. Oh, assuming I can keep it all together.
Listen, I just got access to this spell like a couple weeks ago, so I'm not super used to it, but I think I'm pretty good. How do you guys think I'm doing?
I mean, it's a nice card. It'd be a shame not to use it to its fullest potential.
Exactly. My thoughts exactly. Right.
I think as we pull up to Lucian's house, Lucian has one question for Pollux. Lucian's gonna kind of whisper into Pollux's ear, trying to not offend Andy, because he's gonna ask a kind of sensitive question. He asks Pollux. He says, Pollux, do you think that you learned enough to justify what you did in the arena?
No, but I was close.
Hmm. Okay. Well, that's all. Good to know. And Lucian says to Andy, "Thanks for the ride, Andy.
Yeah, no problem.
Hope you and your dad have a good time. I will
Yeah,
see you later.
absolutely.
I'll text you if I need anything."
I don't mind if you have a talk with him. I was like trying to. Anyways, have a good night.
Oh no, yeah. I totally cool. Yeah. I might have some other questions for Pollux if I can think of them.
Yeah, just send me a text.
Will do.
All right.
Have a nice night.
Keep you updated. You too.
And I hop out.
All right. That leaves Andromeda and Larb with Pollux.
Right.
Andy, do you know where the zoo is?
Yeah, sure.
Can you take me to the zoo?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Cool. Thanks. He like sticks his head out the window like a dog.
On the way, I'd like to just look at my dad and say, "So, do you? I mean, the radio is pretty good. If you want to turn it on, you can play whatever you want. How's home? How are things going back there? I'm sorry I haven't. It's been a while since I've checked in.
I'm not mad at you. All right, I'm a little disappointed that you went and robbed a bank, but
I had to get back at them.
but I'm not. Yes, I know. And the things they do are just not okay. But you put yourself in so much danger. And I don't know if we can ever let you come home now.
Right. Well, if I do come home, it'll be wielding this sick ass glaive, and I like make it appear in my hand.
He just pinches the brow. How am I ever going to get through to you? How am I ever going to get through to you if you just whatever? At least you're not an adventurer.
Yeah, about that.
Oh no.
We pull into the zoo.
All right. Thanks, Andy, for the ride. See you on your next adventure. Bye.
Yeah, sure. See ya. Enjoy your trip. Do you need some money for the entrance fee?
I think I got something figured out.
All right. Good luck. Have a good night.
Bye, Andy's dad. Bye, Andy.
Bye. Now, you'll have to tell me exactly what was going on. His voice gets cut off as the car pulls off into the distance with Andromeda still in it. We're going to go around to folks and see what y'all are doing with your time. We're going to start it with Tristan, who had already established that he's going to go hang out with his friend Jaden.
Hang out is a vast overstatement. Tristan doesn't necessarily hang out.
You head down to Louis, and it's a nice Italian restaurant. Your friend's favorite, Jaden. He's a military guy, but he's also something of a surfer bro. You two met in college. You were roommates for a while. He's already there, sitting at the table, waiting for you. Dude, it's so good to see you, man.
Hey, Jaden. I go to give him a
Come
handshake.
on, slap me some skin. He turns it into a high five. He's yeah, man, good to see you.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Hey, Jaden.
Sick monkey
it's nice
suit
to
you
see
got there.
Thanks. I I've always said, I have some extras if you ever want to try one on. I know it would, you clean up pretty nice.
I mean, like, dude, it's just not my style. You know, if I had the option, it'd be board shorts and, you know, Hawaiian shirts every day. But, you know, I think the military digs look pretty good on me, too.
Yeah, you do look rather distinguished, I'd say. Now,
Thanks.
Jaden, I've been doing a bit of, dare I say, adventuring. I know you always tease me about
Dude,
that. and
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
I never
glad
thought
you
I'd get
finally
into
got
that.
out there and did something. You know, like you spend so much time just sitting around at home, being all, oh, I'll just take care of myself. I'll just take care of my plants. No, man, you gotta get out there, see the world, do some adventuring. You know, like maybe you'll eventually get to settle down. Like I got a pretty sweet gig going on right now. Lets me stay here in Pantheon City. That's pretty cool, but. So yeah, I'm here to stay for a while, dude.
Well, that's great. I'm glad to hear you got things lined up. What is it you are working on currently?
Oh, it's guard duty. It's like super cool. It's supposed to be like, you know, the super cushy job. Basically, like, so I actually get to do some work up on Olympus. You ever hear of Hera?
I am very aware of Hera. You mean the goddess Hera? Or like
yeah,
the
Queen of the
televangelist
Gods,
Hera?
Hera, that gal. No televangelist. I'm talking like, you know, the big lady herself. You see, she's got this
Wow.
like tree covered in golden fruit and stuff, and apparently it's like a Class S magical item and is super dangerous. So like, it's our job to guard it, and like she has this dragon there too. That's pretty rad, but like. Sometimes the dragon's just not enough. Like, it failed a whole bunch of times in the last, you know, few millennia. So, since then, we've been setting up, like, guard detail to take care of it. I got myself in that rotation. It's pretty sick.
While you're on that guard duty, Jaden, have you noticed anything, like, abnormal? For instance, the other day, I don't know if you heard, in town, there were undead walking the streets. And more recently today, in fact, there was... Yeah, for real. There were these weird mechanisms that spawned them in, and it was a whole ordeal. Some people were injured along the way. 2 died, in fact.
Bro, that's crazy.
So, yeah, it is pretty
Man,
crazy.
what a bummer.
I was just wondering if in your time in like the military or on guard duty, and I stop like mid sentence as like the waiter comes by, I'd be like, excuse me, miss, could I get some water? No ice, please. I'm parched.
Yes,
Excuse me. I can
sir.
like talk for so long. I don't talk to people too much. Right. Sorry about that, Jaden. Where was I? Yes. Have you seen anything abnormal, like in your course in the military?
Not really, bro. I mean, like, place is locked down pretty tight. Last time someone got an apple, it was like with official permission. You're more likely to get out of one of those kinds of places. That whole thing was like a big screw up, though.
Okay. Like being a champion of Ares, has he like communicated with you about like anything weird happening with the gods recently?
I mean, like, the whole election thing's going on. He's running. Not getting very good numbers, but like I don't think he's like. You see, the thing is that like he wants to be popular and stuff with everyone, but he's got a very polarizing kind of personality, you know. So he's been trying to mellow himself out, take anger management courses and stuff. I'm not sure it's working though, dude.
I would imagine the god of war is an aggressive personality. Maybe abrasive would be a good way to put it. Well, thanks so much for meeting me here. I'll get you whatever you want. Just please, just grab a waitress or a waiter and let them know.
Yeah, sure thing, dude. Like, let's get some wine and grape juice. Let's get some grape juice and party like it's I don't know, what was it, 4000 BC or something?
Yeah, let's party like it's 4000 BC. That's the saying. Yep, that's it.
Yeah! Toga, toga, toga!
You haven't changed much, Jaden, since college. I think maybe you should stop by the shop sometime, and I have some supplements that might mellow you out a little. I mean, wait, never mind. Forget that. Forget I said that. Those
I don't know, you got some like fragrant flowers or something?
Yeah,
man,
just
sometimes
for
you do
instance,
gotta kick back and like smell the flowers. Yeah.
Yeah, just
like
chill out, just
like
relax. Yeah.
Like a chamomile or something?
More like a lavender. Like, for instance, here, smell this, and I take the origami out. That is somewhat crumpled, but I tried to keep it in good shape. Like,
dude,
this is
nice.
What lavender
like,
smells like.
You dating someone or something? Like, do you get this from a girl?
No, don't get me. I mean, it was from a girl, but she's just.
Oh man, dude! Come on.
No, you get me wrong. It's nothing of that sort. I would
tell you. You gotta try a little tenderness, you know? A little tender love and care. You gotta show her. You gotta show her what you're feeling, man.
No, I like I said, it's nothing of that sort. You misunderstand me. It's a strictly business relationship. Plus, she is about double my age.
Yeah.
Give or take. So that is not my speed, as they say.
I don't know, man. Like, some people got different tastes. You're both consenting adults.
Yep. Okay, Jaden. Well, I was hoping you'd have some information, but I'm really just here to spend some time with you. It's been too long. I've been promising to get together with you, so please, you haven't ordered yet. The waiter's been standing there for about 2 minutes now. I look over.
Oh no! Don't worry about it. The two of you order and have a great night chatting with each other, catching up on old times, catching up on new times, just hanging out with each other.
Yeah, and I want to be clear. There is no relationship. There's a misconception. I swear. I'm sure you can see this.
We're just going to go in the order that everyone got dropped off. And I believe next was Dr. Levine. You returned to the university tired after a long day and a dangerous encounter, and confirmation that the man who attacked you is still at large.
Well, that sounds about right. I'll sit down with my half-brother William and say, "Hi, William. How's your day been?"
Oh, hey, sis. We've had better. Been working on this case where had this undercover guy just got his cover blown, so that whole thing is lost the lead. We're gonna have to try and come at it from another angle.
Oh, you're just saying they're talking to you this entire time. That's great. Hey, William, you remember what I said about the police being entirely ineffective in catching like predators and stuff? I was right.
Yeah, like I don't blame you, especially with your whole case and everything.
Oh, yes. Well, yeah. So apparently he's still at large, and you know that undercover thing that you're talking about? He attacked us first. We're sorry about that.
Oh,
anyways.
No. Oh no. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So that at least. Okay.
Also, I'm pretty sure they assassinated our mother, but that's besides the point.
No, that's also great. All right. How are you sure about that?
Oh, I went and saw our mother. You know, in the underworld. We haven't been to catch up on, but besides the point.
Gods help me.
Anyways, so case. Tell me more about that.
Not much more to tell. We've been trying to track down the Circle of Dante. Just
The
like our
leader's name is
undercover guy.
Virgil, obviously. So
Gosh dang it. This on the upside, this knowing the name does open up a few more loopholes. I haven't heard from my guy yet. I just know that he got caught. Hasn't shown up in police custody yet, and that's weird.
I could have him taken.
Of course, you know his name.
You want me to go text Andy?
Like, are you intentionally looking into this? Are you still do you still have that dartboard or whatever covered in pins and stuff?
And I figured it out, William. I figured it out.
It's too dangerous. You shouldn't be getting yourself into this stuff.
Oh my god, you sound like our stupid sister. William.
Yeah, okay. You've got a point. I just,
William,
this is...
As you can see, I am still alive. After multiple attempts at my life, I have survived the underworld and come back. I think I have proven myself worthy here. Plus, I've gotten further than you have with how many things of investigation?
Okay, you've got a point. I give. Do you want to join our investigation team?
Yes.
All right. Just give me a little time to get the others together. I've got to track down. I got to figure out where Pollux went off to. I don't suppose you'd know that.
Oh, yeah, I do, actually. I go text Andy, and I'm like, hey, Andy, I have a guy here who wants to talk to your dad. If you want to bring him over, here's my address.
Yep, Andromeda gets that text while driving.
I make a U-turn.
There were no stop signs there! Word of advice. People at home, be careful. Don't text and drive. It's very illegal.
Go to driving school.
Don't be like Andy. Go to driving school. Get a driver's license. You do not have a magical Hermes-powered Maserati. Well, I guess I got to tell you about our other member, too. He's in the police force. You ever meet Detective Bruce Van Dyke?
Oh, yes. That unpleasant fella. Do you want... Yeah, no, you've met the son. I really do think Lucian and your daughter would get along.
Really? I mean, it'd be cool to have a play date and stuff, I guess, with her.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that would be great.
She needs more friends.
We can bring... Exactly. And I met a druid, so he could mentor her. She has an obsession with plants. I think she has something going on.
Druid, huh? I don't know. I think we can network some stuff, but
anyways, I can also text Lucian, and after Lucian and his dad have their talk, they can come join us. It can be a night at my apartment where we hopefully don't all get attacked and die.
I mean, I would also prefer that. I don't think we're in any danger of that.
No. You see, the group is actively.
We're gonna make sure the kids are in another room, right? Because we don't want to expose them to all of this.
Oh, Lucian was with me in the underworld. The kids will be fine. They're at that young age for their.
You brought a kid with you. Bruce is going to kill you if he finds out. I just want to point that out. Bruce is going to kill you if he finds out.
Bruce is going to kill me if he Well, I didn't. I followed his directions to a T. I didn't let him out of my sight, and sometimes that does mean bringing him to the underworld.
We're not going to tell Bruce about this. We're not going to tell Bruce
about
that
this.
You took his kid to the underworld, because if he doesn't kill you, he will kill me. And that is going to be wrong on so many levels. Okay.
Nice to see you, brother.
Okay. Nice to see you too, Juniper. Okay, Bruce is probably gonna try and keep his kid out, but let's be honest, like from everything I've heard about his kid, he's probably just gonna sneak in anyway, right?
Oh yeah, no,
just-
he's still gonna.
I don't want Holly getting into this. You know, she's not an investigator. She's not an adventurer. She's a kid. Lucian's a kid. He shouldn't be doing this stuff either.
Yes, well, there's therapists for childhood trauma. They'll be fine.
You don't even go to your therapist half the time. Like, and you're saying that, oh, that'll just,
I am a busy woman.
You can make time for once a week sessions with your therapist. Dr. Rogers is not going to be mean to you. She's always been completely respectful.
And she'll probably get killed off next because Lucian's mother also disappeared, and she's my friend, and you'll probably disappear too, and then I'll be alone and miserable.
Calm. I'll contact everyone. We'll get us all in the room. I don't know. We'll want to set it up as like a friendly like poker night or something on Wednesday.
Yes, I think poker would be great. Blackjack, we should teach the children blackjack. It's a great game for children.
I love you, sis. I'm hanging up. Click.
Okay.
Let's cut over to some other folks here. Larb, no. Lucian was the next one to be dropped off. Lucian, you get home and the house is empty, as it pretty commonly is.
Yep. Lucian's gonna like go home. I get to the front door, realize he forgot his house key, pick the lock on the front door, open it. Feel really safe.
I'm not even gonna make you roll for it.
That.
Yeah.
He's gonna feel.
He's picked this lock 1,000 times.
You would hope a
like
detective would have a better
there's
lock on their
there's
front
no
door.
roll for this.
Yeah. He's gonna open it. He's gonna shut the door. He's gonna think about locking it and be like, "Yeah, I have to lock it." Lock the door. And Lucian has been working on several things. So he's gonna go to the kitchen, and like on the dining room table, like take off his leather armor and then just like slap it on the table and like unhook the like 15-pound car battery that he keeps on his back and like slam that on the table. And just like turn the light on so that Bruce will know that Lucian's home. And he's gonna start working on a set of armor because his dad's too stingy to give him one. He's currently working on.
And to be clear, like this isn't like plate mail. This is more like you're doing some robot tech. That's what you got going on here.
Lucian is working on modifying his leather armor into infiltrator armor. If he had plate armor, he would be so down for that. He could make it lighter so he could wear it. The squishy boy would be less squishy. He like fantasizes about having like 500 GP to buy plate mail. But he has like his notes on the table. He has his like alchemist jug of acid, like distilling acid into like a vial, and he's just like waiting for his dad to come home because it's been a bit.
Yeah. So you are working on your armor well into the night.
He also wants to check out Pollux's staff.
Oh, that's right. I'll be honest with you. I completely spaced on the staff. I will get that card to you before next session. Don't let me forget it about it. Like, hit me up in the DMs later.
Will do.
That's on me, but I promise you it's a cool thing. It is very late at night by the time you hear the door unlock, and in walks an exhausted Bruce Van Dyke with like a trench coat. His eyes are kind of like got dark shadows and rings around them. as he walks in holding what looks like an empty mug of coffee. He looks exhausted, and he kind of slumps down at the table.
Lucian is going to pour him a cup of coffee.
Thank you. I appreciate you. You see his hand like shaking a little as he like holds it up to his lips. You can tell he's had like 3 too many cups of coffee and he's still going.
I'd prefer if you were present for this conversation.
What conversation?
The one that we are going to have right now. It's very rare where I actually get a chance to talk to you.
I mean, I've been trying.
Burn.
Things have gotten busy lately.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I tried to talk to you, you kind of just reminded me that I'm not a great father and walked off.
Well, you're not.
So,
But I want to talk to you now.
you see him like kind of like, this is my child. I raised him. I'm being a responsible parent here. I'm going to listen.
Is he mumbling
He's like,
that?
you can tell. No. You can tell that like that's the kind of thing that's going on in his mind as he like calms himself, because you can tell he's like stressed and he's like, he doesn't have a lot of patience right now, but he's trying for his kid. He's like, all right, what do you want to talk about?
Do you know if Mom's alive?
I don't.
I do. I take out from my vest pocket the gold coin that Tristan gave me. I went down there to check. Hades says that she's not down there. So, and I put the coin on the table.
He looks down at the silver coin on the table, and he looks back up at you. You did what?
I just got answers. Went down to Hades, asked the big man myself, and then left. Juniper helped. He told her to keep an eye on me. Never left her sight.
I should have known better. Dr. Levine is too obsessed with trying to track down that killer. She probably went looking for evidence.
Well, I mean, I'm sure if you had asked Juniper to make sure I didn't get into trouble or something, maybe then with clear instructions, I wouldn't have gone into Hades. But you just
Don't
said...
pretend like you didn't know it wasn't okay for you to go down to the underworld. Don't pretend you didn't know how dangerous that was. We both know how smart you are.
No, I know. I'm not pretending anything. I'm just saying that you messed up. Anyway, continuing on. After finding out that Mom isn't dead, going to that esports arena. Remember that crime scene? I'm sure you were there today.
Athena helped me.
Actually, I think Athena's helping me.
Are you the reason why we are missing one of our witnesses?
Pollux?
You know his name.
Yes.
Of course
Yes.
You know his name.
Why do you know his name? You wouldn't know his name.
Because he was an undercover agent.
Oh, so cops are killing people now.
The dungeon
Interesting. I didn't know
master
that you were into
preventively
wet work,
cuts
Dad.
off an entire political rant and continues with the story. Sometimes when you're an undercover cop, you gotta go along with things, and I imagine his goal was to minimize the potential damage.
you know how you minimize potential damage? By not causing damage in the first place. I went to Hades, dealt with a rally, dealt with the esports arena, and I haven't ended a single life.
And where's Virgil?
Name doesn't really ring a
Where's
bell.
the man who's behind the circle of Dante, who's leading to more deaths and more danger? He's still out there.
Well, see, I'd like to ask you, but it turns out you don't know, which is really unfortunate because I would really hope that the detective of the city would know more about things that are going on. See, I wanted to ask you about...
You interrupted my investigation! We had a man undercover in the perfect position, about to finally give us the key information we needed. And you interrupted.
I want to know why you think it's my fault. I was just there.
How would you have known his name otherwise?
Because we stopped him from killing more people. How many bodies were there?
Exactly.
3?
Exactly. I'm not having this argument with you. You're not involved in this case.
Argument. It's
I'm
a
not
fact.
getting you involved in this case. You're going...
Now, Pollux did know our mom. Or at least had heard of her.
Yes, because he's working with me.
See, I don't really want to be involved in this entire mess. I really don't care, Dad. That's, like, the problem that I think me and you seem to be having. I don't know what your perception of me is involved in all of this, but, I'm only here for 2 reasons. The first is that, well, any lead, any mystery, any clue might lead me to my mother. And secondly, I keep finding myself in situations that would have been easily preventable if you did your job! I'm not putting myself into danger, you're putting me into danger by allowing these things to happen. Okay? So maybe if you and your little boys in blue or whatever actually helped our city, then I wouldn't be in danger. You know what? I'll take credit for actively going into hell to find information about my mother. But every single situation where my life and other people's lives have been on the line is a direct result of your inaction. So I would really appreciate if you lessen your ire in my involvement in these situations and took some accountability on your lack of involvement in this and every other aspect of my life, okay?
He opens his mouth to respond, and as he does, his cell phone buzzes in his pocket. He looks at you, says, "We're not done." Pulls open his phone. Van Dyke. No.
Oh, hi. We need to talk.
No, it's not Dr. Levine on the other end.
Okay. Oh God, I am so sorry.
No. This is not he's getting a completely different phone call. So he picks up the phone. Yes. What about the witnesses? Yeah, the Athenian aces, I think, something like that. What do you mean they're dead? All right, I'm on my way. He hangs up. You stay out of this. He turns and closes the door, locking it behind him.
Mm-hmm. I think Lucian's definitely just gonna follow his dad.
All right, sneaking out after him.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna equip his armor.
All right, armor equipped, gear settled. You follow Bruce Van Dyke's car out into the night. Let's have a lighter note. We're gonna go to Larb. What's Larb up to?
Larb gets dropped off at the entrance of the zoo. Immediately gets hit in the face with like a newspaper on the wind. Oh crap! I hate these infernal things. Takes it off. Oh, just being near some of my kind just makes me feel so much better. And he's just kind of looking to see some cool animals and stuff. He just wants to go and enjoy the zoo.
Yeah, you're just hanging out at the zoo, man. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. There's a smell of like freshly baked popcorn being sold by vendors, balloons hanging out. You get a chance to see all kinds of cool animals that normally you wouldn't see here in Pantheon City.
Larb kind of, in retrospect, understands that there's a time and place for everything, and not everything has to be savage and raw and full of vigor. There's reservation, there's patience for the right time. His recent encounter with that of the Orc Circle, the chickens, how desperately he wanted to free those animals, but understanding that they serve a purpose. And Larva spends the better part of the day just kind of talking to the zoo animals, like, hey, are you guys happy here? Oh yeah, totally. They give us like 3 square meals a day, man, and it's awesome, and we get to like have fun and play with toys and stuff. It's sick. So that really puts a lot of stuff in perspective for Larb. Until he comes to the polar bear exhibit. Oh no, that's a toucan, of course.
Okay.
But Larb finds himself kind of frozen in front of the, no pun intended, the polar bear exhibit. Something about these animals, the fact that they hold so much power but still command so much grace. Larb kind of looks through them, the crystalline water reflecting the sun's rays high in the day, and becomes a mirror. Introspective, he turns and starts to try to attribute how he can command that same grace in the public eye, but the moment that it's needed, also have that ferocity to protect his new friends. Kind of loses himself in the image and starts sprouting those white furs from his skin. His nails start to elongate. Arms no longer bipedal. He starts landing and crawling on all fours, and his snout extends. His ears shrink back, and before you know it, he's turned into a polar bear.
It's a beautiful, poetic little moment with a lot of deep meaning for Larb. For the crowd surrounding the polar bear exhibit, it's more like, polar bear! as suddenly the crowd panics as a polar bear manifests itself among them. Everybody flees the area. Polar bear loose in the zoo!
The screaming kind of breaks the serenity of Larb's mind, and he's like, oh, crap! And turns back to his dwarf self. Sorry, everybody, sorry! I got a little carried away. My bad.
Oh, my goodness. It's just, okay. It's just a druid. Oh, my goodness. Don't scare us like that.
Was it fun to be scared?
Well, I mean, maybe a little, but, like, it'd be nice to know it was, like, a safe environment. I mean, that's what horror movies are about.
Just a quick question. Just a little field survey. Would any of you be interested in, like, a animal-themed, like, horror house or something? Completely safe environment, but you are getting chased by, like, an alligator.
All of these people start talking kind of like, yeah. I mean, some circumstances, it'd be kind of cool, yeah.
Cool. Thanks. Everyone have a great day. Goodbye. Larb's like air writing on this invisible pad of paper. He's like, okay, if I can get these animals to jump scare these guys, and he walks out of the spent the better part of the day at the zoo. So as the sun's setting, he's like, "Whoa, crap! I should probably get home."
Yeah. You head off to Pan Park.
The
Cool.
fresh air.
We're gonna go to Andromeda now. Andromeda, you were in the car with Pollux. Did it flip to you, and we're heading up to Pantheon University. But you've got a little time before you get there if there's any conversation you want to have.
I don't think that there's anything left that I really want to say to Pollux. Unless there's something that he has to say to me.
So what's this about you being an adventurer now? What's up with that? When did that happen?
Recently. Yeah. Anyways, it's going to be good. It gave me a great deal on some things that I was going to buy, and I don't have to pay a fee. And look at this ring.
You got a good deal for it, though, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Good.
You know I never get a bad deal.
Yeah, that's my kid. Had to pick up something from your old man. Not too long after, you pull into the parking lot at Pantheon University into one of the visitor spots, and head inside to Dr. Levine's office.
Hi, Dr. Levine. What can I help you with?
Hi, my brother, Lucian's father, your dad, us. We're all going to have a meeting to put our heads all together because it seems like we all have a bunch of convergent and relevant information to each other's cases. So why don't we just make it into, like one? As I'm
Right.
duct taping the board back to the wall.
Well, we're going to need a bigger space than this to host that. Do you think we should maybe have it in the park?
I like this idea. The park does sound nice.
Right, it's central for everybody.
Yes. Oh, Pollux, my William says hi.
Oh, fantastic. He's not mad at me?
Oh, he's a bit more mad at me, but we'll get to that later. So
Yeah, fair enough.
I tend to be an abrasive personality. Anyways, let's go to the park. I bet Larb would be happy to see us. And I bet
It's like
absolutely nothing has happened at the zoo.
It's getting pretty late in the day.
Right. I meant let's set up a meeting for tomorrow at the park. How about that? Does 11 a.m. work?
Oh, yeah, no,
Amazing.
11 a.m. works perfectly.
I send a text out to the group chat.
I send a text to Lucian's father, and William.
I'd like to turn to Pollux. Sorry to keep you so long. We just had some questions. If you want, I can drive you back to the station. I'm sure that they are going to have more questions for you there. Or we can just skip that whole business if you prefer.
I mean, honestly, I could use a break, I spent the last couple weeks undercover and had to do some really nasty stuff. But to be fair, most of that was just chores, cleaning up. Everyone, the new guys got to get broken in and stuff. Got to earn their trust and things.
Well, I've come into some money lately, and I think that we might be able to get a room. So yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So I guess the two of you head off to go find a place to sleep for the night. And with that, we're going to have to go back to Lucian. Lucian, you follow Detective Van Dyke out into the park, or rather, you follow his car. It's a bit tricky, but you find yourself on the outskirts of Pan Park. There is a small river that passes through the area, and police vehicles have been pulled around the area and sort of cordoned off a section of the river. I would like you to make a stealth check if you want to get closer.
Happily. I realized I didn't have Roll20 pulled up. I'm a bad person. Fixing that right now. Okay, so the fun fact about my new armor is that it lets me do all stealth checks with advantage. Fun fact. Which is very fun. So we're gonna roll. There we go. 28. No, not 28.
No.
26.
You're rolling
26.
with advantage, so 26. That's
Yep,
still
26.
an impressive roll. Still hecka impressive. You quietly sneak up on the scene. Detective Van Dyke is discussing things with the chief of police who you remember from earlier. What's the situation? All three of them face down in the water. Injuries? Single blow straight through the chest. Presumably some sort of long blade. They're all connected. We've got to find this guy. I know. It's just our undercover guy got his cover blown today, and we got to find new leads. This isn't... But why them? What do they have to do with all this? Well, we also recovered this from near their bodies. He holds up a large plastic bag, and inside is the trophy. Your position, you can see that the secret compartment is open, and the trophy itself is coated in water and blood. Have you called the coroners yet? Yeah, Solomon is going to be accepting them tonight. Says he'll do the job himself. Apparently his protege is out having a nice night with a friend, so might take us a little longer to get results. You can see the bodies are being carted off to a nearby vehicle.
Okay. Lucian's gonna stay hidden for a little bit. And then if he can, he wants to check the scene for any clues about who the murderer might be. It's a single blow to the chest, likely a sword, stuff like that. But Lucian likes to do his own work, so
Sure. I assume that you wait until the police go home, or are you gonna try and sneak onto the scene?
I think I might try to sneak onto the scene and get results faster. I don't want any people to muddle up the crime scene anymore that might already have been.
All right, I'm gonna warn you right now that you are in the middle of a heavily perceived area. There's a lot of folks paying attention. I am going to give you disadvantage on the stealth check that will cancel out your advantage. So it'll be a normal roll.
So before I go in from my hiding spot, I'm going to cast Disguise Self on myself. And I'm going to make myself look like Bruce Van Dyke.
All right. That's going to affect some
a
stuff.
detective who would be on the crime scene, walking around doing this type of thing. And who knows him better than me? Well, actually, probably a lot of people. But and so I'm going to do that and try to like blend in.
Sure. You cast Disguise Self on yourself as Bruce Van Dyke, your father. You know him well, so you know what he looks like and how tired he was. So, you slip onto the scene. All right. Detective Van Dyke doesn't appear to be in your area. So for the moment, nobody has picked up on your presence here. Awesome. You walk down to the area where chalk outlines have been drawn on part of the grass, and in the sections where they couldn't be drawn, they appear to have tape of some kind, as the bodies were partially submerged in the water.
Okay.
The area appears to be clean. You don't see any blood anywhere within the markings of the bodies.
I want to check the footsteps check for footsteps and see maybe how deep they were to see if maybe these bodies were carted here and this isn't where they were killed.
Sure. Make me an investigation check.
Can do. $22.
You find what look to be some sort of like wheelbarrow tracks and some muddy footprints leading towards and away from the bank.
Okay. Lucian is going to check out the footprints and then with his artificer tinkering, he's going to make a piece of regular paper. He's going to make an artificer image that copies the footprints, so that way he has a photocopy of them and puts that in his pocket.
You can do that. Cool.
And then I want to check out the wounds on the body.
So 2 of the bodies have already been carted away. There's only 1 body left, and they'll be coming to collect it soon. You look down on it, and from what you heard, it appears to be correct. The body is still wearing the uniforms, and there appears to be a single strike directly through what you would guess to be the heart.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out a little book. It's how I cast guidance. I'm gonna look at weapon bodily injuries and how like bodies react to being stabbed and such, and read about that and cast guidance on myself. And I want to check to see if maybe the weapon was magical, or if there's anything special about the weapon that might be identifiable.
You're discerning this from a wound, so I'm going to say this is a medicine check.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So roll a d20 plus 3. Hey! And then I also get to roll
That's a natural 20.
Amazing.
So 27.
Oh my goodness. That's a critical success.
Yeah.
All right. So medicine may not be your forte, but investigation is, and sometimes that means figuring out like what kind of wounds are in a body. With your little book in hand, you start making notes and stuff. You realize from the wounds that, first of all, this blade was absolutely magical. You know it was probably a two-handed weapon from the size of the entry and exit wounds. It was a clear, a single blow straight through the body. You're guessing that the sword, either the sword must have been magical, or the person wielding it had to be incredibly strong. Because otherwise, going all the way through the body like that would have taken tremendous effort.
Okay. Interesting. Good to know. I think, and the blow came from behind, right? Or did it come from in front?
It looks like the blow came from in front.
Okay. Good to know. Okay. I think Lucian, kind of satisfied with checking out the body. He's gonna follow the wheelbarrow tracks and see if there's anything where that may lead.
Yeah. You follow the wheelbarrow through the grass. A few police officers, wave hello to you as you walk off the scene, following the tracks. Along the way, you see Larb returning to his home, walking along the grass. Larb, you see a detective, Detective Van Dyke, walking through the field.
Hello, Mr. Lucian's dad.
Lucian's gonna look at Larb and then pull out his phone and text Larb. Larb, it's me. Send.
Larb, it's me.
Lucian.
I'm totally not texting your son at all. Hi. What is this, a crime scene?
Larb, you've been very good to my son. But it's best that you don't stick around here. You might find yourself incriminated. It's probably a good idea. You go talk to your other adventuring friends.
Are you
now.
okay, man? Your voice sounds really weird compared to the last time I heard you.
I've been awake for 36 hours. It does things to you.
I can make you some tea to kind of clear up that congestion it sounds like you got going on.
No, it's fine. It's just a result of not caring. If you could
Insight check.
Make an insight
Mr.
check.
Van Dyke.
Lucian, can you make me a deception check?
Yes, I can.
Thank goodness.
That's an 18.
That's an 18.
Wow!
Not 20. You're kidding me.
Are you
You're
serious?
kidding me.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Now I have to play the nat
Is
20
that
sound effect for you again.
Is that the third nat 20 you've gotten?
It's the second.
Oh my goodness. Somebody
All
check
right,
this RNC. It
Mr.
might be
Lucian's
rigged.
dad. I guess I will go. Hey, are you, just real quick, for my own personal curiosity, it sounds like you and Lucian have a pretty tenuous relationship. Have you ever sat down to talk as equals, maybe?
Actually, no. I've tried to talk to him while he's coming up on the driveway. But Lucian didn't really want to have it. Although he did sit me down tonight and give me a tongue lashing. But I've never really approached him in any meaningful sort of way.
Oh, that's sad to hear. I'm sorry to hear that. The only reason I mention it is, I don't have any parents, so even if your relationship isn't the best, at least there's one there. Have a good night anyway.
Have a good night. Don't incriminate yourself.
Okay. And Larb will just keep walking, I guess.
The weirdest
be like,
conversation, Larb.
Lucian's gonna be like, I tried. I tried so hard. Okay, well.
I
I'm
tried.
gonna keep following the wheelbarrow tracks.
Just so you all know, I was rolling a d20 for sort of a luck thing of like Bruce Van Dyke coming back to the scene. And every single time you pass that roll, I gave it a 50-50 chance. And like your luck tonight has been absolutely bonkers.
It's
My
like
cheeks
critical
hurt
luck.
from smiling so much. This has been crazy.
Yeah, it's been a fun night. So Lucian, you follow along the tracks. The footsteps eventually wear off as the boots get cleaned off in the grass. But the wheelbarrow tracks keep going further, and eventually you find in the bushes a turned over wheelbarrow that has been hastily covered with various sticks and twigs and branches.
Okay. Lucian is gonna like check out the wheelbarrow, see like if it's like from like a specific store or maybe like handmade, or check that out.
No, this is like your basic store-bought wheelbarrow. Like you could pick these up at any tool store.
Okay. And then Lucian is gonna check for fingerprints or anything on it that might be identifiable, like powders, oozes, substances, fingerprints, markings.
You do find a trace amount of blood.
Blood. Okay. Probably one of the esports kids.
Probably one of the victims.
Okay. Lucian's gonna think like, why would you try to hide the wheelbarrow if there were already tracks? And just like, Lucian's gonna check to see if maybe like this might be a red herring, and maybe like there might be something else or like anything like around the area.
Sure. You can make me an investigation check.
Okay, Lucian's gonna read his book on
Add the
hiding your
guidance
footstep.
to it.
Okay, investigation plus 10 and D4. So that's like a 33.
All right. So you search the area. You go over it with a fine-tooth comb, as they say, maybe even literally, and holding on to the barest scrap of the wheelbarrow, you find what looks to be a piece of thick string. The kind of thing that might be used, say, on a very large butterfly net.
Okay. Huh. Interesting.
Good Lord. I can't hide anything from you. Whatever, it's more entertaining this way.
Lucian will take the hits, but he swings back in the investigation phase. Okay, butterfly net. Wild. Okay. Lucian's gonna with his thieves tool tweezers just grab the butterfly net, open a little clear glass vial, put it in, zhink, and then save that. Okay. Okay, great. I think Lucian's gonna head home. And if there's time, accost Athena. If not, that's totally fair.
I don't think we have enough time left in tonight's session. I've still got to set up a few more paces before we end.
Yeah.
So I think
Lucian
we're
will
gonna
head
call
home.
that. We're gonna call that good night as you all head home. You get your long rest. Everybody absorb your hit die and your spell slots and all of that stuff.
Joan,
you have a little.
before we go to, I'm sorry to interrupt. Before we go to sleep, I think Tristan would be on call, at all times, if it's necessary for him to go help, with the bodies. Just thought I'd add that in there. I don't know if you saw my message.
I did not.
Could be.
I'm gonna say we don't have the. I'm gonna say we don't have the time for that today. But we'll get to that in the future. Solomon will probably talk to you about it later. So you all get yourself a long rest. You all recover. You heal, and you have a little time to yourselves. Dr. Levine has scheduled a meeting of folks down at the park to discuss all of the events. I assume everybody shows up. All
We're
right.
there.
Yep.
You all have yourselves. Y'all head down to the park, preparing for a picnic and a discussion and for an investigation. Larb, you're the last one to get this message. And you're in your park, or in your little druid grotto, chilling out, relaxing, maxing all cool.
Yeah.
And suddenly you hear the sound of stumbling and cursing as someone tumbles into your camp.
Into the camp.
Into your camp.
Into the grotto.
Into the grotto.
Larb's teeth and nails grow dangerously long, and they start dripping acid. As you investigate this.
Yeah, you step out from your lean-to, looking all threatening, ready to fight for your life, and what you find is Pan collapsed on the ground.
Oh. Instantly revert back to normal form. Pan, are you okay? What happened?
Oh, look, dude, I hope you like your powers, dude, because I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to provide it much longer.
What do you mean?
I've been trying to hide it, but the industrialization of this world, the wild's getting paved over, civilization is taking over, and my domain, it's dying, man. I'm dying too.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that. Maybe it's not our way of living that's dying. Maybe it's just us being reluctant to change. We can adapt. These animals are proof of that. They live in these new environments. They thrive and survive. We can do the same thing if we just lead by their example.
This isn't a philosophy problem, dude. I am. And he coughs into his hand, and it's covered in sticky, godly blood. This isn't like some refusal to change, man. This is just like a thing that happens when a god's domain is just gone. I'm not long for this world, dude.
Where's your domain? Where's the strongest source of it?
Here, it's the shrine. Dude, take me to the shrine.
Take him to the shrine.
Yeah.
Here, sit by my friend. And Larb puts together his hands and summons a very large, almost translucent green polar bear. And he casts Healing Spirit as Pan approaches it. It starts to try and heal him and try to give some of his energy back.
Like, this is nice and all, man. Like, maybe this will ease it, but I'm done for, dude.
I don't. You're like the closest thing I've had to family in such a long time.
I know, and I'm like, I feel super bad about it, dude. Like, we finally met, and here I am, like, basically at death's door.
Is there anything I can do?
Just make sure they can't get to me, dude. Let me pass in peace, you know? And I'm sure the gods will understand.
Do they know that you're dying? What happens when a god dies?
His domain isn't needed anymore, and I don't know, dude. Maybe when my domain becomes a thing again, he'll come back. I'll come back and be me again, but some things in life, they just ain't simple, dude. No matter how hard we try. I think I'm just gonna lay down and rest
lie down,
for a
friend.
while.
Yeah, rest your weary eyes, friend.
His body slumps against the shrine and lays there in silence.
Larb just starts burning sage in atonement, some sort of ritual, anything to kind of keep the sense of normalcy before him.
We're going to go back to the rest of the group who have arrived for their picnic. Presumably all of you have brought your own notes and findings. Detective Van Dyke looks even more exhausted than he did the other day, if that was even possible. William Levine, Dr. Levine's brother, is also present among you. Pollux has come with Andromeda. There is a young lady by the name of Holly, who is William's daughter, here to presumably play with Lucian. You all settle in at a picnic table, blissful unaware of what's happening in the Druid Grove, and you notice that Larb isn't among you.
Guys, have you seen Larb?
No, I
I
haven't.
know he's around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Can we investigate, look around for him?
Yes. Before that, we should probably go investigate together, but let's stick together. I think that's best. All of us, I think most of us, I presume, are highly wanted by a group of individuals who would much prefer us dead than alive. So
Absolutely. I don't think
Thank you
that
for
I
coming
wanted to
here.
imply that we should group off into individuals. Let's head out.
Yes, let's head out and go search.
Maybe we
I
should
think
try
Lucian should
texting
head
him
the
or calling him.
investigation.
Yeah, I'll call him.
Lord,
Yeah.
yeah. Try calling him. If we can't find him, I think Lucian should lead the investigation. He has the best skills out of all of us.
Does the Druid Grove?
He's
Does the
not picking
Druid
up.
Grove have like reception?
Yeah, it actually, I think it would. Like, it's not like you've pulled yourself out of space time.
Okay.
I got his voicemail. Let me try him again.
Hello.
Hey, Lob. Hey, where are you at? You're in the park, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of dealing with something right now. Can I call you back?
Well, yeah, we've got a meeting right now. Can we come help you out? Are you nearby?
Yes. In fact, if it's a meeting we're supposed to have, it might be best if you find me.
Very well. Let's go find Lob.
All right.
Larb will
Well,
step
meeting at
out of
Lob.
his grove.
All right, Larb, you step out of the grove and eventually find the rest of the group.
Hey, everybody. I don't know how to explain it. You know how we all have like a very powerful connection to like a deity, like a god?
Yes.
Mine's back here dying right now, so yeah. I don't know how to deal with
Oh,
that.
jeez.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bring us to him.
Okay.
We can help.
It brings everyone into the grove. Like a very weird, despite it not seem like a very large clearing, but it's like a very interwoven maze, almost a labyrinth of shrubs that Larb leads you through, and eventually you find yourself in the center grotto, and you see Pan there, back up against the tree. I don't know. He's been sick. I just thought it was like a cough or something, but now he says that he's dying. His domain's no longer needed.
Larb, I reckon this is Pan.
This is Pan. Yes, this is my deity. These are his pan pipes on my face.
I'll try to cast Healing Word.
All right.
So that would be, God math, 15 total HP.
Your spell doesn't seem to have any effect.
Yeah, I tried to heal him too, and it just didn't work.
I think maybe we need to help save his domain.
You need to
I
save
mean,
the
what could be
god.
killing a god?
Domain.
Is there something wrong?
It's disappearing.
There's just too much industrialization in the world these days, and not a lot of wild out there.
We've
How
got to find a
long
way
does
to
it look
protect
like
this
Pan
god.
has left?
This is a good question.
Yeah,
A
how
very
long does it
good
look like he has left?
question.
Can I look
Oh.
over Pan and maybe be able to tell based on
I
knowledge
will.
as
I will allow a medicine or religion check, and
I'm
I
a
will let
hand
you decide
twisting my
which.
book.
I have medicine I could do.
All right, go ahead and make
Go
me
for
a
it.
medicine check. It's 18
You'll get +4 for my guidance.
plus 4. You are searching through all of your medical knowledge, flipping through Lucian's books, and thinking about any possible symptoms or things. But as far as you can tell, like, this is a god. This isn't something that modern medicine understands how to handle. Like, gods are immortal. They don't just die. And yet, here one is dying, plain as day.
Don't any of you have any like magical equipment or anything?
Nothing that can help in this situation.
I
think this is
think to myself,
beyond us.
I take my necklace off and I put it around Pan's neck and see if that does anything or if it will do anything.
That is an item that I think we talked about that requires attunement, which requires effectively an hour of the person actively attuning their magical signature to it. Someone who is unconscious is not going to be able to use the effect.
Okay.
As all of you are hanging around this druid grove, contemplating this fallen god, you hear rustling in the bushes as something approaches. Suddenly, from in the bushes, a pudgy-looking man in a business suit pops out, holding a large, tattered butterfly net. I finally found you.
Are you responsible for this?
Take your butterfly
Responsible for
net
what?
and shove it.
Hey, it's that landlord fellow.
Oh, this is perfect. Nobody knows where you are, do they?
No.
Oh. Then this is the perfect opportunity. He whistles to himself. He's like, it's over here. And suddenly, figures begin moving through the grotto, each of them bearing a mark of 9 red rings.
Marvin.
Everybody roll initiative.
As we're rolling for initiative, Lucian's gonna say, it's a bad time to tell you, but I think that the landlord guy might be a murderer.
Well, good.
Oh?
Worst slumlord of all.
And with that, that's where we're going to end our campaign for tonight. So until next time, we'll all be waiting for you in Pantheon City. But we'll hope to see you then.